sometimes you have to do things yourself, and in the doing, the entire world is changed. Such was the case with Henry Ford, and wait until you hear how it ends. Ford was working the night shift at the Edison Illuminating Company in 1896. He spent his days trying to build a horseless carriage with a gas-powered engine. He finally built a prototype which he called the quadricycle. In the late 1890s, he found backing and opened the Detroit Automotive Company. Ford attempted to streamline his design, but he couldn't quite get it right. And by 1901, his backers had had enough and they shut the company down. Ford decided to focus on lighter, smaller vehicles, and he went into a new partnership, which he called the Henry Ford Company. But when his partners tried to control his creativity, Ford left the company which bore his name. He had failed twice in his attempt to create what he called a motor car for the great multitude. How could he do it cheaply and quickly enough to stay in business? Learning from his previous failures, Ford launched the Model A, then the Model N, and later the Model T, a stripped-down car with no frills, available in one color, black. Inspired by the assembly lines of canneries and slaughterhouses and breweries, he created a mass production assembly line for his cars. By December of 1913, he cut production time from 12 hours a car to an hour and a half. In 84 steps, each worker added a different piece of machinery or component to the car. In the year 1914, Ford was able to produce more than 308,000 cars, more than any of his competitors, which only drove down the price of the Model T and ensured Ford's dominance of the industry. Henry Ford's innovation, his assembly line, would change the way food, furniture, toys, and yes, vehicles are produced to this day. Now you know how it ends, and that sometimes, if it doesn't exist, you have to build it yourself.